A judge's order ends a lawsuit against the San Antonio water system. New data aims to make San Antonio's urban Indians less invisible. The city government seeks feedback on a proposed plan to combat climate change. And the Spurs need and expect another big year from LaMarcus Aldridge. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Monday, October 15th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. A judge has dismissed claims filed against the San Antonio water system by a construction company that alleged wrongdoing when it did not get a pipeline contract, ending the lawsuit in favor of SAWS and the city of San Antonio. Filed last month by a joint venture of Oscar Renda Contracting and Southland Contracting, the lawsuit accused SAWS and the city of irregularities in a sealed bid process for construction of a nearly 2-mile pipeline in the Stone Oak area. On September 11th, the SAWS board voted to award the contract to Guy F. Atkinson Construction in favor of their bid of just over $48 million. Renda Southland's $31.4 million offer was the lowest of the 5 bids, but scored second in evaluation. Since February, 3 Native American women have been at work on a project to make an under-noticed group of San Antonians more visible and better served. Their report was released Friday on the last day of Indigenous Peoples Week and contends that American Indians are still largely invisible in San Antonio, noting that institutions from government to healthcare agencies need to be more aware of them to better address their needs. Sponsored by the American Indians in Texas at the Spanish colonial missions, the two-pronged project merged data collection and survey results, finding that Native Americans are disproportionately affected by poverty, homelessness, addiction, and violence. San Antonio's Office of Sustainability is seeking feedback on its proposed strategies to cut greenhouse gas emissions in the city, as it develops a climate action and adaptation plan set to be approved this spring. An ongoing challenge was highlighted Saturday during low turnout at an open house designed to improve engagement and interest in a plan that needs residents to take their own actions in order to be effective. The city expects to have a draft plan available for public comment by January and then finalize the plan by March. This month, the Office of Sustainability will host 10 open houses to discuss the plan and collect feedback on the proposals. And when LaMarcus Aldridge signed with the Spurs in July of 2015, he had no idea that a mere 3 years later, he would head a roster free of any of the stars who once welcomed him to San Antonio, and that this year a full week of injuries would give him even more of the spotlight. First to go down was the Spurs' 2018 first-round draft pick, Lonnie Walker, followed by DeJounte Murray, and then the newly anointed starting point guard Derek White, with the Spurs returning from their final preseason game on Friday at Orlando's Amway Center in search of a veteran point guard to replace the team's past 3 first-round draft picks injured in the span of a single week. After the spate of injuries, Bryn Forbes is now the 3rd player to start at point guard for the Spurs, demonstrating that as injuries mount, San Antonio's season is already on shaky ground. While neither is suited for the role for now, expect Forbes and Patty Mills at the position. And that's your daily San Antonio Express News briefing for Monday, October 15th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.